Yeah, there was a couple songs that came out right now. I can't think of the names of them, but they were, you know, #1 chart.
They range. They start at 1,000. They could go up to like 8,000, depending on
which.
which.
That one?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. This is probably like 25, about
2,500.
Yeah, but the case alone is $200.
Do you have the driver on it?
Yeah.
For the camera, the gimbal.
The gimbal's right here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Yeah.
That's $1,000 alone, just in the gimbal mount. 800,
Well,
900 bucks.
DJI, this is the Phantom 2.
Yeah.
The newest one that just came out. So now they include the gimbal, where before they just saw it separate. It was like $799, $800.
Yeah. But they had 3 boats. You know, they had a regulator and this, that, and the other. And they were going from, I guess, Miami to Bimini. And the dude in the front of the boat's running this thing. Chasing the boats. Yeah. And then when they got there,
please.
when they got there, I guess there's a shipwreck out there. There's just a hole of a boat. It's got water. There's a jump point. So what they do is the guy in the boat is filming the guys on the wreck.
Right.
So he'll come up, get in their face, and then doing all the jumps in and this, that, and the other.
No, there's a lot of fun. I mean, it's just, as soon as I got there, I bought the, when I first started, there's a kit that you can actually build yourself. It looks like a skeleton frame.
Yeah.
And I had that, and I built it up,
Right.
and it was real shaky. The flight time wasn't as good.
Right.
They came out with the Phantom 2, which is already designed, lightweight, the whole nine. And I just said, you know what?
Buy
Sold
it.
that one, and then just got this one. It's so much better.
We've got one that works like you described. It's the about
Can I take a photo?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But I have a neighbor at home
Okay.
who has a lot of those.
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
It's ours costs about $8,000. See, I work for a company that builds the carriers and subs.
Oh, nice.
So when we have one come in, instead of renting a helo now, we just deploy this thing.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you're doing it for commercial work, then you're come under an unmanned aerial system, and you can't fly them.
Really?
Yeah, they're
actually making drone laws right now?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So if you're doing it for commercial, like if you wanted to film a golf course and sell that filming,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
you can't do it.
Do you know what those
Because you're an unmanned system.
And
My name's Larry, by the way.
Joel.
Hey, Joel.
I was I sold the first drone that I built. I sold it to a guy in, I think it was upstate New York, and he wanted to. He was a police officer, and he wanted to try it out because they were thinking about using that for surveillance.
Yeah.
And I think it was Chicago or Boston. It's on the web. You can look at it. It says the first drone to assist in arrest.
Hello?
They used the drone to do surveillance, got the criminal,
Right.
prosecuted them. It was in a private property. It wasn't like they didn't have no search warrant to go into the property. But what happened? The judge said there's no drone laws for aerial footage to come in or out, so they allowed it to go through.
Goggles.
Oh, the goggles? And so it went through. And
Yeah.
they prosecuted him because they said as of now, there's no law saying that you can't, fly into different states.
Yeah, the only companies that can do it commercially stuff is like local governments, like
This one is a GoPro 3 Plus.
All right.
But the thing is, you can, but it's Wi-Fi.
Right.
So it's only, you got to be so close to it.
Okay.
If I went out there,
You
the
lose the
connection
signal.
breaks. Right. So the Fast Shark is 5.2 gigahertz.
Right.
So you can, I can go, if I had it, I could fly all the way down to where that boat is. And then with this has a NASA system built in. So basically what happens, when I first launch it, it has to first talk to the satellites.
Yeah.
And then the lights in the back, they're blinking different colors.
That
Once
gets
I
your
get
spot here.
It'll paint the spot.
Correct.
Once you get all green lights, the GPS says, okay, this is where your takeoff location. So if I'm out and there's something that happens where the battery drops 10%, if my controller loses signal, it'll just stop right there and it'll hover for 30 seconds. If nothing
Deploy
reestablished, it goes up 30 meters,
60 feet, right?
fly back to the location, just comes down at a, you know, at a
That's what
decent
that's what Lisa was asking me. She's like, what if you lose control? I'm like, stops, hovers, returns right to your feet.
Exactly, right.
Yeah. That's an excellent product.
But you can build these without the GPS, where you know you're just flying blind, and then if something happens, it just goes right into the water. So, but no, the NASA system, like when I built it before, the NASA cost about $420. That comes with the GPS. But you know, you're putting the whole thing together, you're soldering all the wires, you have to calibrate it. The motors are not as good. Like these props here, these are the new props that just came out. These here, they're self-tightening. So, and the threads are different on each one. So
right.
as it's spinning,
It
tightens itself out. So I don't have to worry about, you know,
torque.
because my buddy had one.
On it. You
Lost
lose a blade.
it. As soon as that prop goes, it just does a nosedive straight down.
Yeah.
The 6-bladed ones, the 8-bladed is a little different. If one of the motor fails, it reconfigures itself and just does emergency landing, because it can land without having one
Right.
motor, because it has 5 more.
Right.
But this one, if something were to happen where the blades break, is out of the sky. There's nothing to say.
No,
That's the worst thing that can happen to the quad.
Now look, here's one of the things I've never understood on forums and all. When you're running this thing, okay, the camera, let's say the camera's at 12 o'clock, right?
Right.
How do you know when you're on station, like if you want to run out to that boat, how do you know that you got the camera on 12 o'clock?
Well,
no, I know it's got an 18-degree field of view. It's flat as shit. But how does it?
So right now, see how my position here? So
Right.
now I'm kind of straight up. So if I know that if I bring